Okay, it's April 28th, and the Texas Panhandle is getting another Haarp downburst to prevent any rain this afternoon. And we'll just have a look at the Haarp transmitter at Gacon, Alaska is producing herringbones down here in Nevada. Let me magnify that. Whoops. Okay. So, and a scientist had just done an interview recently saying that the Gacona Haarp puts out 3 billion watts. 3 billion watts. That's enough power for 1 million homes. So that's enough for a large city. A large city, assuming each home uses 3 kilowatts. That's 1 million homes. So you can see some herringbone here in Nevada, and it's kind of oriented in this direction. So as we go down here to the Texas Panhandle, the downburst is happening right here. And let me show you this in water vapor mode. And we can see it from the goes west and from the goes east. Now it's these 3 lines right here that are the actually looks better on the east satellite because of the angle. Okay, this is the downburst smoke ring or roll cloud of dry air. Let me go to the east satellite and see it better here. Okay, this is it right here. This is the Haarp downburst, and there's actually sort of a little bit of a circle the rest of the way, but this is it right here. And let me stop it right at the beginning so we can see how many rings can we see. 1, 2, 3, 4 rings in this Haarp downburst smoke ring. And the big point here is that there's nothing in the surface pressure. Okay, this is a jet stream, sorry. Okay, the jet stream is shooting east, so it's not the jet stream. Surface pressure is kind of like not a whole lot of anything happening. It's sort of an easterly wind, but right at that location there's not a whole lot of driving pressure difference at the surface. So and also if we look at the next rad, we can see that downburst air actually stopping the rain. I'm going to have to zoom in with the camera right here. Okay, so it's happening right here, and if you look right here, you'll see this rain kind of disappearing. And as it gets into Texas, it's actually disappearing. Okay, and I have to point out that this right here, this is actually blowing dirt. And if you look at my other video, you're going to see what it's like to live in Texas Dust Bowl country, because it is dramatic. If you drive around in this normal weather of the Dust Bowl conditions, it's quite scary. There's sometimes you cannot see 10 feet in front of your front bumper, and so be sure and check that video out. But this little plume here is blowing dirt, and that plume actually stretched almost to Altus, Oklahoma yesterday. Today it's blowing 30 miles an hour. Yesterday it was blowing 50 miles an hour. And I mean, even the clouds were brown. From the jetliners could look down and see brownness. Okay, so this is a Haarp downburst. This is, it's not much to look at, but it keeps the rain from falling. And let me just go ahead and update the next rad, which is nice and quick, and we'll see. This is now jumping like 4 hours ahead. We'll see if they were successful, if this downburst actually kept the rain out of Texas, which I assure you it does. I can guarantee you that it does. And it will actually carve out the rain. You will just see it, the rain disappear as it crosses the state line. And the reason for that, let me just show you the reason for that, is that Oops, let me see, where am I? Who owns the water in Texas? Texas operates by the absolute dominion rule. The landowner, so the guy that owns the land owns the groundwater and can exclude anybody else from using that water. So the billionaires that own, they know there's an aquifer in a county out west, they'll buy that whole damn county. Pretty much. I mean, land's cheap because it's desert. Especially when it doesn't rain, the land gets real cheap. So then that's the good aquifer. That's got to be piped to these other cities. That's why they are attacking Texas water rights so much. Dang it. Okay, what happened here? This is really irritating. There we go. Okay, so now after that Haarp downburst, let's see what they're doing with the rain here. And I could show you real quick the forecast was like 5 p.m. today, just a little teeny bit. Oops, sorry. 5 p.m. today, a little teeny bit of rain getting into Texas. And then 8 p.m., that tiny bit of rain is disappearing, and now it's over. Okay, so we go back to the next rad and have a look and see what was happening in the Panhandle. Now, this is live and real data, so the little map was pretty darn accurate. But I mean, watch as it crosses this line here, how it shuts off. Remarkable. That is because T. Boone Pickens owns a lot of these huge area of land out here, and that's the counties that have the water, the big aquifer under there. So he's going to sell that water to Amarillo, Lubbock, Dallas, Fort Worth, whoever else is suffering from the Texas drought. This billionaire gets to make an absolute, billions of dollars on it. It's T. Boone Pickens that said water is the next oil. And you can look that quote up. Water is the next oil. But of course, for him to realize that profit, those billions of dollars of profit, before this crooked old man dies, he's got to control the weather. He's got to stop the rain in Texas. And that's exactly what is being done. I don't know who's doing it, but, the old Romans would ask, cui bono? Who benefits? Cui bono? Because if a crime has been committed, you ask, who benefits? And you're likely to find the perp. Okay, so that was 1 o'clock this afternoon. And be sure and look at my other video that shows the Dust Bowl conditions. And that's actually on this day here. Okay, thanks.